Hello and welcome. We are Chad and Claire, and at the very beginning of this year, we decided that we wanted to travel full-time after college.
Over the course of the past 3 months, we've been asked by a lot of different people how we're able to afford traveling full-time. And in order to answer that question, we've simplified it down into 3 categories: how we save, how we spend, and then how we earn money.
All right, we're gonna jump right into it. So we're starting off with how we save. Saving is really important because it kind of tells us how long we can travel without earning any money. And that's really important for when we're unemployed college graduates. And so prior to moving into the van, we actually had a little bit of money saved up separately from, when we were back in school and working. For me, at least, I started saving when I was around 11 years old. I had a tiny little internship job that made the smallest income, but I saved all of that. And then as I grew older and older, I got other jobs like waitressing at my aunt's restaurant and selling a lot of my artwork that has accumulated a fair amount that I can now spend.
And as for me, I was saving money in high school whenever I had a job at an inflatable bouncy house place. That was my first job where I saved up for a Jeep that I had that we actually sold before buying the van. So by selling that car, we were able to afford the entire van conversion and the price of the van. Mm-hmm. And then also, I was an RA in college where I made some money that helped me save as well.
And so even though we have some saved money in the bank, we do want to still continue saving as we're traveling on the road. And so we're still doing that by living on a budget, trying to get free water whenever we can from local springs, and then also using coupons whenever they're available. And then most importantly, when you're shopping for anything, even if it's groceries, you want to look for the best deals. And so we've become kind of experts on that end. And then we have also saved some money by just staying with friends, and they've been so kind and generous as to open up their homes and feed us for a couple days and let us shower. And so we're so grateful for that. And so that is how we've been saving money thus far.
Next category is spending. And first thing I really want to say is how you spend money is just as important as how you save it. Because any money that you're able to save is money that you get to keep and spend on things that matter more to you and that have higher significance to us.
And so before we even hit the road, we kind of sat down and thought about what we valued most. And then we put those on the top of the list. So when it comes down to the monthly budget, we're going to definitely spend most of our money on those items before we do other things that we didn't value as much. And as we have mentioned before, we do spend $1,000 each month on everything that we need. And so it's about $500 each. And yes, this includes things like phone plans, health insurance, car insurance, groceries, gas, everything. And having this tighter budget really keeps us from overspending when we don't really want to.
And when we're living on the go, it can be very difficult to keep track of all of these small purchases that we're making. So Claire is actually in charge of keeping track of our budget.
And so yes, I do use an app called Trail Wallet, and this helps me document every single purchase that we make within a month so that we make sure we don't go over the $1,000 we're allowed to spend. So to get more specific, this is how we spend our money in different categories within a single month. And so today, I'm gonna share with you guys what we spent in our second month, which is from August 27th to September 27th. And we had $1,000 in the budget, and this is when we were going through New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire. So lots of different states. We were under budget by $3. And if I look at the breakdown, we spent $282 on food. And this is specifically for groceries. This doesn't include eating out or anything like that. And then we spent $216 on transport. And this is completely for gas, as well as any possible oil changes or other car related things that we might have needed. And then $355 is on entertainment. And so this is things like entrance fees into parks, going out with friends, maybe going out for ourselves to go eat, anything that we don't necessarily need, but we wanted it for the experience of it. And then the last category is miscellaneous, and this is just items like things that we might need it for toiletries, or in this case, for this specific month, things like getting a new sleeping bag or hand warmers for colder weather.
And that's also our health insurance and Spotify, things like that will go in miscellaneous. For the last category, we're going to talk about earnings and how we make our money. If you've been following our journey for a while, you'll know that we are both currently unemployed and we are pursuing travel full-time, which means that we are actually living off of our savings.
And while we were on the road, I did want to figure out a way that I could continue creating and using some things that I learned in my major. And so while we were in Vermont, I felt inspired to bring back the materials, and I made a Vermont series that I did collaborate with Chad on. And so I did like the needle punch work, and then Chad did the custom framing, and we'll show a couple of those here. And then just a couple days ago, we did another series because people really loved that first Vermont series. And so we did a storybook series inspired by moments when we were in the woods and we just felt like we were fairy tale characters and we felt very whimsical, and we wanted to capture that within a couple of art pieces as well. And so those have both sold out on our Instagrams, and if you do want to purchase one later on, you can follow us over on that page because we have gotten more requests to do more of those series, and we really love doing that. And as we've been growing, we have been getting a few more sponsorship opportunities, which we're really grateful for. And those opportunities have mostly been coming over through Instagram. And so I've been working on a couple of those. Also, if you have noticed, we just hit 1,000 subscribers, which we're really happy about. And we have reached the number of watch hours that we need, that we can now be making a little bit of money on YouTube. Tiny bit. Nothing that will actually like support us or anything, but it's just, you know, a little push in a positive direction, if you will. And so if you do see advertisements popping up at the beginning of our videos, you know that is where it's coming from.
Sorry about that. And lastly, another way that we are excited to make some money is by launching our new line of merch. So we have 2 different colored t-shirts coming out today with an illustration of a van that Claire actually made, as well as some stickers and a postcard that says hello from somewhere. And if you are interested in getting any of those, definitely just reach out either through email, which we'll list here, and you can also reach out through Instagram.
And so that is how we've been making money while on the road. And I know it's very small right now, but we do have high hopes that it will increase in the coming years. And of course, we are just so grateful that we have this opportunity to be traveling on the road full time, especially at our age, and that we do have the savings to do so.
So hopefully this video provided some sort of insight into how we are making money and traveling full time. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you are interested in following our journey, definitely hit subscribe. We would love to have you come along. And if you are interested in buying any t-shirt or stickers to help support us and what we are doing, definitely just reach out. We would love to hear from you. But we will go ahead and see you guys next time.
Bye!
See ya!